Oh, hi there, it's the Don with the Don Tech, and I'm playing with a piece of tape, which is about as interesting as my time and as much fun as my time with the new MacBook Pro 13-inch. So a little while ago, I had the luxury of working on a brand new MacBook Pro. This was a 13-inch version with the touch bar and all that jazz. And I figured I'd give my personal thoughts and experiences on it. As some of you may know, I have a MacBook Air right now that I actually do like using. It's pretty fun, lightweight, airy, and I can take it with me and do some scripting, whatever I want to do on it in a pretty easy way, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, fast, responsive, all that sort of stuff. So I never thought I'd actually enjoy working on one of those. So when given the opportunity to work with the new MacBook Pro 2013, or the MacBook Pro 13-inch, I figured, okay, let's give it a shot. Let's see what I can give in relation to context on whether or not I like it or not, if it's good, not, whatever. One of the first things I noticed that was really interesting is right out of the box, the machine turns on automatically. When you open it up, boom, power's on. Okay. I thought that there was maybe a problem with that. I don't know if that's normal, but it was pretty interesting. And I'm not talking about it comes out of hibernate or comes out of sleep mode. I mean, if it's powered off completely and you open the lid, it turns on. Second thing I noticed about this thing, the fingerprints. This is that new steel sort of color looking one, and the fingerprints are massive and awful, and they're everywhere. My silver one, barely anything unless there's like some sort of food residue for my fingers or something on there, but otherwise it doesn't have the regular oil fingerprint showing. With my time using it, I was noticing that the keys themselves, when I was typing with them, I didn't enjoy it all that much. They were too, not tactile, but too tactile at the same time feeling. They felt like they had very any place to go, and it wasn't like you were typing in, but more so you were tapping a key or tapping a touchpad clicker almost with each and every single thing that you were typing. It felt fine in the beginning, and it was like, oh, that's not bad. But the more that I started to use it, the more I realized that it was actually lacking and a lot of the feel that even the previous generation MacBook Pros were lacking. So I don't really like the new keyboard. And similar with the trackpad itself, it's a giant space on there, but it's just too springy. It's not really that great. It doesn't seem to be as quick and responsive to any of the gestures that I was using on it. Maybe that would improve with continued practice, but it seems like more of a downgrade than anything else. And the touch bar, since I had it for such a short period of time, maybe that's something that would have grown on me, but I found it to be pretty useless and kind of junky. It didn't really promote anything, and you're looking at this small bar instead of at the screen for these weird, very specific things that it can do, and I didn't find any need to it really whatsoever. And just with basic use, this was really a setup, a data transfer, and some kind of, going through and just using it for my filming purposes and getting some of the B-roll footage. The machine got really warm with that standard use. And it was a little surprising of how warm it got. I don't know if it has different thermal thresholds when the fans would start to kick on, but it was really surprising with how warm that did get so quickly with nothing being on it. I didn't really watch any videos. I didn't do anything that would even be remotely resembling to gaming. And it's one of those things that I don't like my products getting that warm with doing almost nothing on it. And that's why I like the MacBook Air, is that I can use that a whole day and that sucker never gets warm. I swear I have at least one good thing to say about it though, so stay tuned. A huge downside to a lot of products, and it's not just necessarily Apple that's doing it right now, but a lot of these smaller machines, they're having more and more components that are soldered all together. So you have the memory, the SSD, the processor, maybe wireless chipset, all these sort of things that are soldered into one piece. In the Mac side, the logic board. And if any one of those things fail, the entire logic board needs to be replaced. And then not only are you buying just a logic board, which already is ridiculously expensive, you're buying the logic board that has the memory and the processor and every other component on it, and possibly even the storage. And then to the actual positive thing of using this Mac. It felt really nice and smooth, it was pretty light, easy to carry with, and it felt new. Because Mac has been sitting on the same style for so long, there wasn't really much of a change from the late 2009 models until the 20 whatever models. But my number one positive about this, and I really hope more manufacturers start taking this into effect. Apple got a lot of gripe for getting rid of USB ports and going to USB-C. Using USB-C and using that to charge is amazing. So that means right out of the box, your machine has 4 DC jacks. So that means you break one of those ports and you normally wouldn't be able to charge your machine. Well, you have to pay for a nice DC jack repair. Well, not in this one. You can just plug into another one. If you're not breaking all your ports, I mean, you've got 4 DC jacks. So that's pretty great. Imagine a PC manufacturer comes out with this, where a laptop has USB 3.0 and it has 3 or 4 USB-C that all accept the same input to charge it. How amazing would that be? That would extend the life of machines by a very long period of time, because I see a lot of broken DC jacks because people are very clumsy with their stuff. So to me, seeing 4 DC jacks, I know that's like, I'm hyped up about it, but I thought it was really, really cool. And I'm looking forward to seeing maybe more of an adaptation of that in the future across the board, not just Apple. So there's my skinny mini, right to the point, maybe context video about the Apple MacBook Pro, the new 13-inch model. If this was even remotely helpful, give this video a like. If I persuaded you into buying a Mac because of this video, give me a dislike, because that's not what I'm trying to do here. So thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. And remember, the Don's got your back.